Alpha Charlie 0 Delta, KC, keep on it.
Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo, Echo, Toronto, Canada.
There we go, Alex. I got you this time. Out of Toronto. You're 5'9" on my plus today. QSL.
Excellent. Still receiving you 5'7" at this time. Looks pretty good.
Thank you for Toronto. You might be my first Toronto contact. I get a lot of Ontario. I get like Hamilton and places like that. But I think you might be the first Toronto.
Oh, excellent. Stay warm. Thanks a lot. 7-3.
You do. Have a good day and Happy New Year.
You too, sir.
Hello everyone and welcome back, or thank you for joining my channel, Global Jet Pilot. Today we'll be working on the what I think is ideal quarter wavelength antenna for a 20-meter band. Now, first of all, I decided to get rid of all the plastic and PVC radials that I previously used. I decided to go with a more expensive or more durable option of a silicone wire. So this one is 12 gauge. The thing is, yeah, they're a bit more expensive, but they pretty much like a rope. I decided to use a tripod for my project. I'm gonna go step by step and explain. But first of all, I would like to start with the radials and explain why I think this project is going to be the best, so I can share the information, you can use it. Why elevated radials better than the ground radials? It's because elevated radials outperform ground radials for one simple reason. They avoid ground loss. So on all the bases like GPC7, GPC12, MC750, they all use a ground spike. So you put on the soil, it goes down approximately 1 foot, and then you put the RF feed point, and then you run the radials. Now on this one, MC750, as you can see, they have 4 ports on different sides, and the radial is approximately, I measured them, they were around 11 feet. By the time you plug them in, start untangling everything, and they're already going to be coming out, and then you have to go reconnect them, and they're not practical, they're not fast for me specifically. So I decided to look around, get all the best parts I can get, and build something that is strong as a tank and it outperform any antenna on 20 meter for the long-range DX. When radials lie on the ground, a huge portion of the RF energy is wasted as a heat into the soil itself. So to avoid that, when the radials are elevated, they carry RF current in the wire, not in the dirt. The elevated radials will act as a tuned counterpose to actual vertical elements. So let me quickly explain you what happened when you slightly elevate the radials off the ground. So in my case, I can do a 3 feet, which is 2 to 3 feet is usually good enough. They'll become true quarter wave resonant elements. And also they will carry strong RF current through the wire. They form the predictable, efficient return path. And they also will stabilize the feed point impedance, which makes your vertical behave like a proper quarter wave antenna. When your radials on the ground, RF current leaks into the soil, and then the soil absorbs the energy. Efficiency will drop, obviously. You need probably 16 to 32 radials to compensate. And even then, performance varies with the soil type. Now, in the case of elevated radials, they will give you a cleaner, lower takeoff angle because the elevated radials reduce the ground loss. More RF energy goes into the sky at the low angle. Ground radials often produce higher loss, higher takeoff angle, and less DX performance. For 20-meter vertical, we will be using today a full-length whip antenna with the 8 elevated radials, and the feed point will be elevated up 3 feet above the ground. you will pretty much get 70 to 90% efficiency on a 20 meter. What I did here, I got an aluminum tripod, and I kind of cut off the excess of extension here. You need the M10 bolt, and what I did here, I found the perfect size washer and spacer to insert it from the bottom and to make it perfectly stable and be right in the middle. LMR cable is just going to go in between. It's not going to interfere with the radial. Now flip it up. Make sure it's all straight and level. I'm just going to tighten it up. There you go. So as you can see, it's perfectly level. So the whip is going to be perpendicular to the surface. Let's prep 8 radials. Some of them are ready. So what I did here is I used the spool and terminal fork connectors. Now how it's going to work, just unscrew the terminal, put the terminal fork in, and just tighten it up. No tools required, and it's super strong. Now just take a spool and unwind the radial. It's useful for the winter, for the summer. The wire is not going to freeze on you. Now here at the end, I use the fork terminal with heat shrink tubing to make it more secure and durable. And we'll use the 12 to 10 gauge heat shrink fork terminal. There you go. I'll just let it cool. So now all the radials are ready. Let me just show you how quickly you can attach them. So no tools required. See, just like that. These radials will not freeze. They are good down to minus 60 degrees Celsius since they have a silicone cover. The good thing about the MC750, they do have a pretty strong RF point, the mast, and the whip antenna. But the spike for the ground, that's the weakest point. And the radials. Obviously, it comes with only 4 radials, and they are short. They're only, last time I've checked, they were like 10 feet long, which is definitely not long enough. And considering you line them on the ground, the antenna performance is down to 20 to 40% of its maximum potential. Now, at the base of our RF point, we'll attach a LMR 400 Ultraflex cable, and we'll choke it. Now, this will prevent the whole cable that goes to your radio station act as the radial. So to prevent that, yeah, we usually put the coax choke. So we did set up the base. Now I'm just going to extend the whip. So we need the radial 16.5 feet long, roughly, for the 14 megahertz frequency, 20 meter band, and about the same length of the vertical whip. Now this one is 18 foot long, so I'm going to extend it and I'm just going to trim it up and use the analyzer to get perfect SWR. Now, right off the bat, it shows 1.66 on SWR, so I'm going to go and shorten down antenna whip. 1.49er. Now it's 1.36. So a little bit more. A good thing with the coax choke, it doesn't matter if you touch or move the cable, it's not going to offset SWR because it's choked right at the feed point there. And if we run the SWR chart, look at that. That's exactly what you want to see. All right, ready for the field test.
Hey, good morning. Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo Echo, Canadian station calling for the radio check.
What's the Canadian station? From Echo Echo, you making the trip to Florida. This is Kilo 1, my Charlie Oscar. I'm doing a partial year activation and you were 5 and 9, you feel?
Check, I'm receiving you 5 by 9 here in Toronto as well. And confirm your location one more time, please.
My location is Orlando, Florida. My code is K1MCO, you feel?
Excellent. I've got you as well, Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo Echo. Just testing a new antenna here up in the park in minus 14 Fahrenheit. Works pretty well.
I'm in you. Your antenna is working and what you're ready is working perfect. So thank you for stopping by and have a great day.
73. Happy New Year, sir.
Intercon on 14300. I'm a relay. Anyone wishing to join us?
Hey, good morning. Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo Echo. Testing new antenna here in freezing Canada. Right now it's 14 Fahrenheit or minus 10 hours, snowing.
Oh, okay. What's your name? I got your call. I had it right the first time. Yeah, Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo Echo. Ron down in Tennessee, and you're 5'9 plus 10. Your antenna's doing well. Go ahead. Yeah, well, I'm in western Tennessee, Alex, and yeah, you got a booming signal down here. And good. I don't think I've heard you on the aeronautical mobile. It's quite possible. I'm nearly 80 years old. I forget a lot of stuff. Nick Control's down in Florida. Let me turn it down to him, Alex, and see how well he's copying you. Go ahead, John.
Alpha Charlie 0 Delta Safety, keep on up.
Victor Alpha 3, Uniform Echo Echo, Toronto, Canada.
Oh, there we go, Alex. I got you this time. Out of Toronto. You're 5'9 on my plus today. You what's that?
Excellent. Still receiving you 5-7 at this time. Looks pretty good.
Thank you for Toronto. You might be my first Toronto contact. I get a lot of Ontario. I get like Hamilton and places like that. But I think you might be the first Toronto.
Yeah, the weather is pretty brutal here today. It's 14 Fahrenheit and pretty heavy snow as well. So I'm just testing antenna hop in the park here.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah, we're about the same temperature, but I got clear skies, and I'm going to keep them if you keep your snow.
Oh, excellent. Stay warm. Thanks a lot. 7-3.
Thanks for having me down. Have a good day and Happy New Year.
You too, sir.